What?
For those new to TST, the rules
And
are as
3-0
follows. You
win
play
for the
two
I
18
team.
minute halves, followed by target 4 times. At the end of the second
All
half, the
right.
target score is set by adding
Let's
1
hope that
to
these
the
players
losing
are the
goal time. The
ones.
first team to reach that target score is the winner. During target score, one player is removed from each side every 3 minutes. Here at TST, every match ends in a goal.
So based on the other game, when you got things underway, they were finished with what were the players doing more or less at that time? Do you guys remember? Were they back on the benches? Were they getting ready to line up? Is there a way that they come out?
Yeah, captains will talk to the refs. They'll take a photo, and then both teams will be out, and then things start. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll start so maybe we go on when the captains are talking and everything, and I'll set everything up. Sorry, my first game of the tournament, so I want to make sure I get the order of things right.
Unless the truck says something different.
Oh, does the truck give you the go-ahead for when to start?
I think you've got the your headset.
Oh, they'll talk to me. But I can't talk to them, right?
There is the talk back.
Oh, there is a talk back right there. Sorry? I'm gonna need to stand up for this one. I don't know how Neil was sitting down.
Are you usually standing for
Well, I usually do MLS and NWSL, so I'm usually at the, looking down, and I stand up as well.
Okay, got it.
But standing up mostly for the energy. But here, it's going to be just to figure out who's who.
Yeah, that's like I can't teach when I'm sitting.
Oh, you're a teacher?
No way.
You're supposed to be walking around anyway.
Exactly. We're gonna try to get a PUNC as well.
Oh, so you're a college professor.
Yeah.
I was a high school teacher. English?
I teach at the business school.
Oh, man.
But I still publish on Shakespeare. Yeah, my friend did the inverse. He is a math teacher now. He used to be a sport coordinator.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it was an interesting change. I think it may be because of clashing. All right, so should we get this show on the road? Nobody's talking to me yet, but Rangers in the black. All right, I think we should get started. Yeah. Do you put us on YouTube? They do. All right. I want to get started. The TST tournament continues from Cary, North Carolina, World Soccer's epicenter for the next week, as teams from the United States and the world convene at Wake Med Park for the 4th edition of this 7-on-7 tournament and compete for a $1 million prize. I'm Eric Krakauer. It is the first day of TST, and the tournament already in full swing. 48 teams have been split into 12 groups. On Field 5 right now, it's a Group F matchup between Real Athletico and Rangers. The two teams getting the group underway, which also includes the Orlando Pirates and Furia FC. The top two teams of each group advance to the knockout stage. And we are all set to get this one underway. The 8 best third teams also make it to the knockout round, and the ball is kicked into play. It is Group F action. Real Athletico against Rangers. Real Atletico in the white, Rangers in the black. And it is Atletico with the team playing out of the back. This is Guilherme Pipolo, the goalkeeper, playing out to the left side to Bruce Jeter, who catapults it forward. Collected here by Rangers. Number 17 getting a touch. Idrissi playing up on the left-hand side.
We are underway on field.
Nice and
5.
collected. Number 26, David Doe with the strike. That one more in hope than expectation.
TST rules are as
Goal
follows.
kick
We play 2 18-minute halves, followed by target
for Real
force out.
Atletico.
At the end of the second half, the
2
target
halves
score
of
is set
18
by
minutes
adding
will be
1
played
to
between
the team's
these
goal
two
count.
sides,
The first
followed
team to reach
by
that target score is the
target
winner.
score,
During
which
target
is
force out,
essentially
1 player
an
is
extra
removed from
period.
each
More on that
side
in a little
every
bit.
3 minutes.
Rangers in possession. Gajic with the ball, playing it downfield to the right of the box. Gajic had options, did it himself. Linking up the dots here. Rangers in control, ball poked away. Solano retrieving it, but the ball promptly given away by Real Atletico in a bit of a tussle. Ascanio looking for options, and out to the right-hand side to Slingerland. Rifled that one forward. This will be out for a kick. No throw-ins at TST. Slingerland. This is Bruce Jeter. Jeter, who has UPSL experience with dynamic football. Also a member of Tampa Bay Terror and the MLI SX. This is Pipolo. Well intercepted. Real Atletico with a go. That one well wide of the target. In goal, Ezua for Rangers. Doe. Space in the middle for Idrissi. Knocking the ball comfortably. Shamit Shom. Gajic with a lovely ball, and that's saved by Pipolo. Doe reclaims. Options in the box. Sends it in, and that's the first one. Rangers on the board. Insistence from the right-hand side. And the goal scored. So a quick start, just 3 minutes in. And immediately, Rangers going to the bench. Rangers have had more of the ball and now take the lead as Real Athletico try to get this one back on the rails. Randy Hurley playing it out of play. Ball at the back with Bosch. Gets the ball back from Ho. Here's Bosch. Conducting. Amadume. Drives that one forward. Well collected. Acrobatic attempt. Aesthetically pleasing, but off target in the end. Real Athletico under the cosh. Pipolo will have to get rid of the ball quickly. Gives the ball away. And no real other option. Here's Ho to Bosch. Now in advantage. Rangers expecting to keep more of the possession. Here's Jordan Brown with the strike off the post and in. And very quickly, Rangers are 2 goals to the good here on field 5. Jordan Brown, the 29-year-old Englishman, former England Youth International, making it 2. Jeter. Well, Athletico still trying to remain composed as they play out of the back. Only one previous appearance in this tournament. That was in 2025. They were eliminated in the group stage. Outscored 18-3. Lost to Concaifa, Wrexham, and Bournemouth. That experience, a learning one. They were made up mostly of baseball players and football players. Here's Brown looking for a second, looking for a window to shoot. Gets that one off. Did it take a nick off of a Real Athletico player? No. Real Athletico recruiting a lot more soccer players this year with both indoor and outdoor experience. Slingerland was trying to play it upfield. Gage recovers. Here's Ho. Back to Gage. Ho to the left-hand side. Rangers making more forays forward.
On field 5, your score, Rangers 2, Real Athletico 0.
Rangers just camping out in Real Atletico's midfield now. Gage has an option on the far right. Finds Brown instead. Holding up the ball well. And in the crowd, that's a foul. Spotted by today's referee. Ryan Sigic, experienced referee. The player zigzagging in traffic was Abraham DeCooley. Gage, DeCooley, and Jordan Brown over the ball. Plotting. 4-man wall. There's the shot from DeCooley, deflected out for a kick-in. Gage will put it back in play. Here's Doe. Curls that one in. Chested back into Rangers. Good tackle in the end from number 13, Alex Nagy. Doe making inroads. His cross blocked. Bounces back his way. And here's Alex Nagy. Nagy playing it out to the right. This is a real moment of threat here for Real Atletico. Big switch from Marti, the former NFL player, trying to set up his teammate, Kenner Ascanio. Real Atletico have mostly been starved of possession. Gage with space, closed down by Jeter. No urgency in their play. Playing through the middle now. There's a strike! Make it 3! And a brace for Jordan Brown, who has been highlighted by the team's general manager as one of the Rangers stars. So quickly flexing their muscle here on field 5 in their very first game. Ascanio. Tiny on the ball. Has Nagy to his right. Here's Nagy. Ascanio. Now Jeter. Dominic Rogers-Cromartie was on the left wing waiting for service. He's making a run into the middle. Ascanio was trying to play him in, but quick off his line was Azua, the number 1 for Rangers, who hail from Edmonton in Alberta, Canada. All but 5 of their players born and raised in Edmonton. Doe. Collected by Yassine. Doe goes long, and here's Shome. Shome with only Pipolo to beat, made himself big.
Rangers on the board again here at field number 5. Your score, Rangers 3, Rio Athletico 0.
More than halfway through the first half here. And it's a commanding performance so far from Rangers. Show me. That will be a corner. Shami Chomi, who played for Canada on 2 occasions in 2020, but now represents Bangladesh at the international level. Now one comfortably into Guilherme Pipolo's gloves. Here's Rogers-Cromartie running into a buzzsaw. Idrisi. Gajic. Chase Edmonds on that far side. Gajic. Doe. Doe has seen plenty of the ball. Show me with a heavy touch. Ascanio wiggled his way out of trouble. Has the ball in his string. Rogers-Cromartie to Ascanio. Dominic Rogers-Cromartie, who played 12 seasons in the NFL. Pipolo. Slingerland, back to Pipolo. Dense mid-block presented by Rangers. Ascanio. Does well. Christian Garner to draw the foul. Floridian played college ball at Plattsburgh State. And here once again Ascanio, who used to play for City Soccer FC, Colombian mini football national team, so plenty of pedigree as we've seen so far. So more moves made by Rangers, who have a revolving door of players coming into this match. Among them, Cadell Daniels. This is on the ball, Sandro Camara, out of Portugal. Sporting Club Portugal Academy. His pass is picked off. But back with Show Me. Here's Camara with an option, but he wants to do it himself. Again, Pipolo putting out a fire. Camara, dazzling skill, but ran out of real estate. Not so sure about that one, referee. Didn't have the best vantage point, though. 13 minutes in, Rogers-Cromartie on the ball. Slingerland, Cromartie, Ascanio. Seems to sweat ice cubes, Ascanio. He was pressed by 3 players, no harm done. Pipolo raffles it long. Easily dealt with. This is Cadell Williams. Daniels, excuse me. A little shove from the back, that's a foul. It's been played in good spirits. Nothing nasty so far. By the way, Rubiel Vasquez, MLS seasoned referee, is the bench referee. Brown waiting for runners. Has one in Daniels. That strike deflected, and it's a second corner now for Rangers. Pipolo continues to bark as his defenders. Unhappy with the defensive effort showed from the boys in white. Daniels. Brown looking for a hat trick. Oh, lovely back heel to Bosch. Bosch to Gayich. Here is Greenwich. And now a chance to break out for Trevor Davik. Couldn't get past Greenwich though, who is a towering presence in the back line here for Rangers. And a pretty accurate passer. It looked like it was going to find Kamara, but Ascanio was alert to the danger. Daniels to Kamara. Forgot the ball. Good defensive effort in the end. From number 6, Jorge Solano, who actually played baseball professionally for the Mariners. Here he is on the ball, on the left side, only one to aim for. Quickly closed down, surveys his options, trying to play it back to Slingerland. An errant pass and possession back with Rangers. Pressing now a little bit more. Real Athletico, Daniels. All these players proving so adroit with the ball, the boys in black. You saw the intention from Jordan Brown. Cadell Daniels not on the same wavelength. Both English. Both have international experience with national teams. Daniels actually plays for Guyana. Davik trying to jostle for position. Jackson Belbin doing some good defending. Kamara cutting inside, clearly favoring his left foot. Out to Greenwich. Greenwich, that's too easy for Pipolo, who was looking to launch an attack to link up with Davik, who is the lone figure up top. A little clip of the heels, and once again, it's Christian Garner drawing a foul. It's been quite lively. Kenner Ascanio over the ball. Nearing the end of this first half here at Field 5. Game 1 in Group F between Real Athletico and Rangers out of Edmonton. Ascanio calibrates. Locked in on the target. A sea of players ahead of him though. Well, the less said about that, the better. Christopher Azua, out of the FC Edmonton Academy. To Greenwich, who as a youth player played for Arsenal and West Brom. Kamada. Oh. Again, circulating the ball, waiting for the break, Rangers. Kamada. Still time to make this possession count. This pass cut off by Ascanio. And that will be it for the first half here at Field 5 between Real Athletico and Rangers. A dominant first half performance from the team from Edmonton. Jordan Brown with 2 strikes on the score sheet. Step aside for a quick break. Back in a sec.
at the conclusion of regulation, your score, Green Bay FC 2, the 6-10-1. We are just about set for target score time. The target score is 3. Each match here at TST ends with a goal. The first tie to 3 goals is the winner. During target score time, each team will have 15 seconds to advance the ball across midfield. Once across midfield, teams cannot intentionally play the ball back into their own half. A violation results in a turnover. Every 3 minutes during target score time, 1 player is removed from each side. Once again, target score 3.
Oh, welcome back to Field 5. It is Group F action between Real Athletico and Rangers, 2 of the 4 teams in the group, which also includes the Orlando Pirates out of South Africa and Furia FC, a Brazilian outfit. It's been total dominance from Rangers so far, wearing the black jerseys. 3 goals to the good. Rakan Yassin opened the scoring. His strike followed up by a brace from Jordan Brown. How will Real Atletico react in this second half. Another 18 minutes to go. And then target score, which will be explained fully as we edge ever closer to that period. So ball on the left side for Idrissi. Ran out of play. Sheldon Prasad taking a knock. He's the captain for Rangers. And here is Alex Nagy, who played a few seasons with Loudoun United, an affiliate of DC United. Pipolo has been a busy man in between the pipes for Real Athletico. You might actually say that he has saved the blushes of this team in white, who could be down a lot more. Ascanio has been lively. Jeter has been full of defensive efforts. And this here is Jorge Solando under duress from Doe, who assisted the first goal and is on his way. Doe, 2 options in the box, misses both of them. The closest was Rakan Yassin, who drew first blood. So Real Atletico getting away with one. It was a really dominant first half from Rangers, who outshot Real Atletico 12-3. Half of those shots on frame. So as I said, Pipolo, the Brazilian, who played for Florida Atlantic University. Oh, lovely touch from Ascanio. He really is smooth, gets the shot off, ricochets, and back for Nagy. Jeter, why not have a go? Christopher Azua hasn't had much to do. That's a lovely throw into Yassin. Couldn't reel it in well enough. Sandwiched by 2 in white. Jeter. He lost it. Now numerical advantage here for the Rangers. Show me on the ball. Idrissi trying to cut inside. Good defending from Slingerland. Nagy. Dispossessed momentarily and then fouled. Shamit Shomi with the infraction, the 28-year-old. 4 seasons with CF Montreal at that time, the Montreal Impact. The club in MLS going through a rebranding. Results more or less staying the same though. Nagy facing up Shomi. Slingerland. Randy Hurley, the GM and player, trying to navigate tight quarters, gets the throw.
The 6-2 target score is 3.
Ascanio an option. Ball crossed to the far side. Reclaimed here by Brown, who's got 2 goals, has a runner ahead of him. It's Gage. Took a peek. Brown was ghosting in. Too much pepper on the pass from Gage. And another opportunity for Rangers, goes a begging. Top 2 teams in the group qualified directly for the knockout stage. The best 8th place, 3rd placed teams also qualify. A lot of this tournament to go before we get to that point. But as of now, Rangers proving that they have what it takes to make a run in this tournament. Randy Hurley, Ascanio, again, impossible to dispossess. Lovely to watch. Nagy with a shifty turn. Nagy getting past. Nagy! Just over. Quality individual play from Alex Nagy, the 26-year-old. Sprightly when he's had the ball at his feet. And not shying away from contact either. Show me. Here's the Cooley. Back to Show me. Slingerland doing well to make it difficult for Show me. Rogers Cromartie loses it. Here's the Cooley. Ran into a cul-de-sac, but the ball bounced his way. To Cooley, Trivella attempt. Easy for Pipolo. He has stood out. Davik, that may have gone out of play. The referee says play on. Nagy wanted to do too much. Ascanio had plenty of space. Bosch in a pocket. Look at Dekuli, wide open on the left. Time to think, time to pass. Bosch stringing it through for Brown. Again, misplaced. You can see how Rangers attack in a plethora of ways. It can be death from 1,000 passes. It can be quick direct play with Route 1 football. Nagy try to hurdle the challenge. Fouled for the third time. Second all-time leader in assists at the University of Vermont. In the history books for that college. Nothing to scoff at. This is a tournament peppered with all sorts of players from all sorts of backgrounds. We have a World Cup finalist on one of the teams. Nagy! That one just sliced away from target. Well, if Real Athletico have wanted to make things happen, they've either had the ball at the feet of Nagy or Ascanio. Christian Garner has tried to possess the sphere, but he's been quickly collapsed upon by defenders. Ho, Brown, Dekuli, Pipolo once again, too big. Brown looking for a third at the second attempt, collapsed upon by Guilherme Pipolo. Seven minutes into this second half. Rogers Cromartie, skilled with the ball at his feet, a former football player. That's a lovely pass, even better control. Rogers Cromartie, and that was unorthodox from Azua, the goalkeeper. But every part of his body counts. Saved it with his hip. Here's Rogers Cromartie. Right idea. Jeter on a completely different page, though. Needed some Velcro on his boots. Cadell Daniels. Ascanio. Wonderful pass. Davik with a poor touch. Here's the Dekuli. Oh, excellent. Read the pressure. Bypassed it. But then ran into traffic as well. Bosch. Belbin. Azua. Had an option on the far side. It was Amadume. Bosch. Brown. Daniels. Aiming for Dekuli. Too close to Pipolo. A far better showing in this second stanza from Real Athletico, who were down early. Just a couple of minutes in the first half. Davik. Bosch. Brown. To the far side, Kamara. Could have first timed it to Cadell Daniels, but Kamara has shown us one thing in this game, and that's that he's in love with the ball. And you don't want to split up with the love of your life. Well, that's one way to stop the industrious Ascanio. Rangers playing to raise awareness about Edmonton soccer, looking to support its growth and development. too strong from Greenidge, but adjudged to have committed the foul by the referee, much to his chagrin. Dominique Rogers-Cromartie will take the shot here. Or is that Espitia? It's Espitia, excuse me. And that one, a momentary keepsake. Plenty of Arsenal jerseys here at Wake Med, celebrating the Premier League title, first time in over 2 decades. Show me. Kamara has to go from distance, and that one tipped over by Pipolo. Why not? That one exploded off of his foot. A little bit of a numerical confusion. It's actually Jesus Espitia, Jesus Castellon, who's wearing the number 45. Ascanio, delicate touch. Chomi draped all over him like a cheap suit. And another free kick here for Real Athletico, who've managed to stop the bleed. Ascanio has already had 1 strike on goal. Well off target. Let's see what he can do with this one. Ascanio straight into the wall. It did its job, and the foul was called in the box. Kamara with 2 options, but he wants to do it himself, and again off target. And once again, better options is Brown and Daniels were waiting for service. Pipolo to put it back in play. Davik, lovely first touch. Gets away from the marker who committed the foul. It was Greenidge. But so far, Trevor Davik has given good account of himself. The Massachusetts native, played at Boston College. Here's a chance for a 4th. That's good goalkeeping from Pipolo, and Daniels will be the first player booked. A late challenge on the Brazilian goalkeeper. Daniels quick to apologize. Pipolo not wearing shin pads. Not mandatory in this tournament. In fact, very few of these players are protecting their shins. So you're likely to see a lot of that. Garner has retreated into a more defensive role. Ascanio. Davik. Pass given away to Brown. It's a jailbreak here for Rangers. Brown, Daniels, Kamara on the far side. Pass left short, Slingerland. Right place, right time. Now Davik going the other way. Oh, lovely touch. Brown, and again Kamara. And only one thought on his mind, and that is to shoot, leaving Brown frustrated. We're 15 minutes in. Just under 15 minutes. Ascanio. Garner. A little too high for number 3. Azua. Gage on the far side. Greenidge will overlap. Daniels. Here's Greenidge. Gage. Trying to be a little bit too slick. Could have taken a strike. Davik. Seeing a lot more of the ball now. That pass to absolutely no one. And now it is a 4-on-2 for Rangers. Daniels. Gage to his left. So too was Shomi. He was the intended recipient. Now Greenwich committing another foul. Stiff arm to Scania's face. No foul called. Referee swallowing his whistle. Gage off target. Rangers have been profligate today. And if they're to make a deep run in this tournament, they're going to have to adjust their accuracy. Nagy didn't attack the ball, is dispossessed, and once again, silver platter ball, but not good enough from Rakan Yassin, who's back on the field. Imposing presence from Daniels. Shomi. Gage with the overlap. Back to Daniels on a yellow card. The strike hits the post. I think Pipolo may have gotten a bit of that too. The post, not the ball. Rakan Yassin trying to add a second to his tally. The Makawan University Male Athlete of the Year in 2021-2022. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Garner. Jeter. Calling out for the ball on the left side is Jesus Castellon. Here he is. Nagy, smart ball into Jeter. Jeter with only one to beat, and Azua comes up big again. His second save, the first with his hip, that one more practical. Jeter attempting the little dink, that's certainly a foul committed by Jackson Belbin. Plays his club footy with the Victoria Highlanders of League One in British Columbia. So Nagy will take responsibility for this strike. Three-man wall. Azua instructing his wall. Nagy with a strike! Oh! That one seemed to defy the laws of physics. Hits the post, didn't cross the line. No goal line technology in this tournament, I'm afraid. That was very close. That ball did all sorts of peculiar things as it flew through the air like a flaming spear. Played quickly. Gage! Struck with fire. And that is number 4 for Rangers. Right at the death. Their first goal of this second stanza. Well struck. Gage, who had been in evidence with the ball at his feet. Tidy and composed. And with 2 halves of this match done, we now head into target score. Target score is not timed, and both teams enter this period with the winner being the first of the teams to reach the target score, and that target score is defined as 1 more goal than the leading team's tally. So with Rangers 4-0 up, the target score is 5.
We are set to move to target score.
Rangers will only need to score 1 goal in this period in order to win the game, the match. As for Real Atletico, well, they'll have to score 5 to run out of here victors. The scorer of the winning goal will be awarded the Golden Fleece.
During target score time, 1 player will be removed from each side. Once again, your score: Rangers 4, Real Atletico 0.
Every 3 minutes, each team will lose a player. That in order to have more space to navigate and ultimately to score the winning goal. It has been complete and utter dominance from the Canadian outfit. Although Real Athletico, somewhat unfortunate to not have scored themselves. Alex Nagy with a wonderful rifled shot that ricocheted off the post. That Voigt ball, which is gorgeous, by the way, the white, the light blue, and the green. Moving in unpredictable ways when struck in a very specific way. By the way, that Voigt ball, as well as plenty of other items and merchandise available for purchase here at Wake Med. Voigt, born in Los Angeles and spent the last century being perfected in Mexico. I'm looking forward to kicking that ball, but as it stands, it's 4-0 for Rangers, and we're about to embark on target time. Every 3 minutes, each one of these teams will lose a player. Stefan Gage looks like the kind of player who, beyond having plenty of skill, could get a nasty sunburn if he doesn't take care of himself in this tournament. It is in the 80s, it is humid, slightly tropical.
We are underway in target score time. The score.
Well, worth mentioning as well as we saw the referee blow the whistle that once each team during target score crosses the midfield line, they will not be able to retreat back into their own half. Ascanio. Cross to the top of the box. Took a whiff at it. Jesus Castellon. Oh, that's a very poor pass. Ascanio. Lovely ball and an opportunity there for the general manager, Randy Hurley, who lost his bearings. Ascanio will do it himself! Real Athletico pull one back, a sign of life. They had looked defeated, but this man has sparkled today here on Field 5. If anybody deserves a goal, it is Keiner Ascanio. Doe trying to string it in for number 17, Idrissi. Well, could Real Athletico pull off an upset here after going 4 goals down in 2 halves of play? Anywhere will do from Doe. Prasad. Gage back to the captain, Prasad. Show me. Show me wants to put this one to bed. So too this man, Rakan Yassin. Sandwiched by 2. Doe. Little dummy. Yassin to kill off the game. Wide. Well, Real Athletico now look invigorated, but Rangers also playing as if they're rather upset that they've conceded. Ascanio. Castellon straight at Christopher Azua. It was a lot busier in the second half and busy now. Show me. Doe peeling away. Lovely ball. Just one in the box to pass to, and not sure what happened there, but Doe loses the ball in the end. Ascanio. Nagy. Tree trunks for legs. Castellon. Nagy. Back to Castellon. Ran out of field. So that's the first 3 minutes done, excuse me. was going to say down. So each team now will go down a man. So from 7-on-7 to 6-on-6, if my math is correct. How will that change the dynamics of this match? Some endeavor shown by Real Athletico here in target score. Doe. Yassine. Show me. Daniels on the far side. Show me to Yassine at the byline, looking to connect back with Show me. Again, too close to Pipolo, who has certainly been one of the protagonists today. So too this man Nagy, chased down by Yassine, doing his defensive due diligence. Jeter. His pocket picked. Daniels. Less options for Daniels now. Yassine. Yassine with the window to shoot. Slingerland did well to stand his ground. Bush. Greenwich to his left. Opts for Doe instead. He's been on the field a very long time. Bush. Daniels. Thigh wrapped up. Yassine. Cutting inside to Daniels, just behind the English striker who got a foot to it. And now numbers forward in white. Ascanio. Ascanio trying to pull the strings. Jeter. Back to Ascanio. Nagy. Nagy! It's 2! Real Athletico cutting into the Rangers lead. And they have half the deficit. Well, these Rangers players looking shell-shocked right now. If regular time was theirs to dominate, Real Athletico are making a go of things here, making a fist of it in target time, target score, excuse me. Greenwich. Greenwich wants to take care of business. Rangers have grown disjointed.
Your score, Rangers 4, Real Athletico 2, target score 5.
Will they rue all those missed chances in both halves of their game? Ascanio. Well, if Real Athletico can be defensively resolute, they might stand a chance here, you know. Oh, lovely Meg. Couldn't get it on the other side, so Kamara has it. And can Brown kill this one off? No, because Kamara once again didn't want to part ways with the ball. Jordan Brown is staring daggers at Sandro Kamara, the Portuguese. Long ball looking for Davik. Commanding his airspace, Christopher Azua. Here's Kamara. Relinquishes the ball. Kamara strikes it into Slingerland. And the handball called on the Portuguese from that close proximity. Surprising that the call was made. So another 3 minutes down. 6 so far in the books at target score. And 2 more players, 1 from each side, pulled off. So now it is a 5-a-side match. Ball back in play. Pipolo. Ascanio directing. Pipolo tiptoeing into unfamiliar territory. Nagy. Can't afford to be too cute now. Just 1 goal seals it for Rangers. Here's Hurley. Hurley. Slingerland. Ascanio. Always option number 1. When anybody else has the ball, they look for Ascanio. Pipolo. Why not have a go from there? Remember, they've crossed the halfway line, so they can't go back into their own midfield. And they have 15 seconds to move the ball up as well. Kamara. Daniels. Brown. Kamara wide open on the far side. Here's Kamara. Got tangled up. Kamara Trying to get around Pipolo. Kamara around Slingerland, and that is it. The final dagger as Rangers claim their first win, scoring in target score to make it 5. The final score, Rangers 5, Real Athletico 2. Real Athletico making it interesting in target score after conceding 4, being unable to respond in the first 2 halves, but showing some resilience in target score. Sandro Kamara scores the winner, and therefore he will be awarded the Golden Fleece. Next matches for these two teams, excuse me. Real Athletico will play the Orlando Pirates today at 5:15. Rangers will play Furia FC at 8:30 p.m. So a bit of a rest for both teams as Rangers win it by 5-2 against Athletico. They climb to the top of Group F. The Golden Fleece awarded to the Portuguese Sandro Kamara. I'm Eric Krakauer. Enjoy the tournament. See you soon.
Your final score, Edmonton Rangers 5, Real Athletico 2.